My name is Jalen Kale. You can check out my newest album, Back to the Basics, on all streaming platforms, wherever you enjoy getting your music at. But uh, new music videos will also be accompanying this album, so keep your eye out over on my YouTube channel. Make sure you go subscribe. All 12 songs will have a music video eventually, so if you see this before all of them are out, be sure to stay tuned for more.
I'm Theo Kale. Uh, I make short films and movies. You can check my stuff out at Glasshouse Films 8 on YouTube. And if you want to get in contact with me about potentially being in any films or anything, the link to my Instagram and everything should be in the comments below of whatever video you're watching of ours. So, yeah, that's really it.
Back to the Two Tone Podcast, episode number 72. Still rocking with it. My name is Jalen Kale. Alongside me, as always,
Theo Kale.
how you been this week, kid?
Could have been better, but
Right there with you.
yeah.
So, with the storyboard or shot list, rather, still going strong with the shot list.
Yeah.
Still trucking it out.
I've a few more pages and then I'm done.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
So
What's on the docket for the short film after the shot list?
Probably printing out the script. I still need to get locations and shit, but
Oh yeah, you got any potential locations in mind or somewhere that you want to shoot?
I messaged the steering.
Oh yeah.
They still haven't responded. Sadly.
I might say I feel like it would kind of be hard for a restaurant specifically, just
Well,
because
They said that or on their website it says that they close at like 3 on Monday. So
well, that might be a
that's
viable
why
opportunity.
that's why
there.
I was like talking to them or trying to,
Right.
but they haven't answered.
You might just go in there, see if you can't talk to the owner or something.
Yeah. If that's not an option, then I don't know. Maybe like we could try to do like the I forget what the fuck it's called. The diner, the Metro Diner.
Oh yeah, and I know I'm gonna say I know what you're talking about. I forget.
We could
exactly
try
where it
that
is, but-
place, but I don't think that it would work because they're open like all day. So
I was saying I know it would be kind of difficult, and you don't really have a budget at all. Let's say
yeah,
that. But you ever thought about building, like a little L-shaped set that you could use or something, or trying to like transform?
that needs a budget, and I ain't got a budget.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you ever,
I mean, I've thought about like building sets, but I don't even know where I would put them because the only place I could put them is in the backyard, and we don't have like anything to cover it if it
Right.
rains or something.
yeah, I didn't even think about that. Like it's pretty much like a whole room you got to put inside another room. So yeah.
And like I would have to also buy like a bunch of furniture for it and shit.
Yeah. I see. Goodwill's your best friend there, I guess, but
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't even think about that aspect of it. So, never mind my question, I guess.
I mean, there's some other like places that we could ask, but I don't want to have to deal with a corporate place like
Yeah.
Waffle House
Right.
because then has to go up the chain to the like corporate.
Well, I'm sure there's
People
like,
and-
franchise Waffle Houses
Well,
like
yeah, but like I had to do it with Zaxby's, and I had to go up to like the owner of the. Like I had to go up to our owner, and then
Right.
he had to ask like the like GM
the
or
other part-time or part owners or whatever.
the part owners and like the district managers and shit like
Gotcha.
that. and it didn't really work out well.
Well, I feel like for the night yeah, for the night shift, it was kind of, yeah, fuck it, why not, I guess. But for Spiff Dip and Kush, we were at, other stores that weren't our store that we work at, so it was a little bit more of a process there. But
Well, our store didn't really have like any lighting,
yeah,
whereas the other store did, and then they turned it off, and we had to restart the whole thing.
yeah, that shit fucking sucked fat cocks. Like 20% through the shoot, and we're just lights shut off. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm
That
gonna
was
kill
me on set.
myself with the gun, dude. I'm gonna
Yeah.
fucking shoot my head off.
How do you think I felt on set?
Oh yeah, it was one of those things.
I
where
was
you're
like, all right, fuck it. I guess we're just gonna have to use the car lights.
from the beginning. Yeah, that's just one of those things where you're like, yeah, just kind of cut the losses on that one, but we got it done.
Yeah.
The lights worked for what we needed them to, I guess. But
I mean, in the end, we didn't even use any of the shots that had the original lights in.
well,
Like
yeah, because
the
we just fucking
streetlights.
redid it from the beginning because we're like, it's gonna be bright, and then cut to one scene, and then the lights are off.
Yeah.
We're like, what the fuck? We should have done like a weird visual trick where like he shoots out the lights and shit. Just like I don't know how the fuck we would have done it, but
it was not fun. Because then we were up till like what 2 or some shit.
oh yeah, it was. We were literally out in the fucking parking lot in the middle of Greenwood at like 2:30 in the morning, just
Moving cars around and shit.
just looking hella sus,
And then Russell's car dying and having to get
Yeah.
jumped and
Thankfully, nobody, no cops or nothing like bothered us or nothing.
well, I called them ahead of time and I was like, hey, we're gonna be using airsoft guns at this location, so just so you know. They were like,
Right.
all right, we'll tell the people on duty, and I was like, all right.
That'd be a hell of a way to get away with the crime right there. Just be like, just in case y'all hear about a robbery at Chase Bank down the
Well,
road, it's
I bet they usually like send out somebody, but
right. They have somebody.
it was like 2 a.m, and they were like,
somebody in the bushes from like 100 yards away. They just got their telescope. I don't know why they got binoculars and shit nowadays, but they got their ye old fucking telescope, I guess. Just fucking. Yes, of course, of course. Plastic tip, yes, we're safe. I don't know
Well,
why the Greenwood police are British.
the next one is gonna be a lot sketchier because I don't have any like some of the airsoft guns that I've bought for the film had painted on orange tips, so I had to
Mhm.
paint over them so we don't have any like orange tips that I could put onto the gun. So.
Well, I mean, when you're shooting,
I don't think we're gonna be like using the gun like out in public. I mean, like there's a couple shots, but
right.
I think we could get by it. Most of it's gonna be in like the abandoned building.
Oh, so just whenever you're not shooting, you just put like a little orange cap on it, because when you're shooting, you want the raw tip, I guess. You don't want
Yeah.
the orange tip, unless you go back in and post and you're like, fucking CGI that shit out, I guess. Just try and do a green screen, but it's like a different variant of green in every shot, so it's just fucked.
Yeah. But all I really need is a diner location, and maybe like a storefront location. You remember that shot from Reservoir Dogs when
Stanley Kubrick.
it's Quentin Tarantino, not Stanley Kubrick.
As a deep cut on the podcast. No,
Stanley.
nobody will understand that joke, but it's funny to me. So you got it.
But in Reservoir Dogs when they have that shot of I don't remember the actor's name.
That one shot in that one movie with the actor that you don't.
When he's
remember
running in
his name.
front of the storefronts with the briefcase and everything. That one. I think.
Yeah, where it's like,
Yeah, that.
goddamn, sorry, the audio loud as hell in my headphones. This is where he's like running in front of all the storefronts being chased.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
that's kind of what I want to do with one
Is that
one
Steve
of the
Buscemi?
shots.
I never seen Reservoir Dogs, but
Well, that's kind of what I want to do with one of the shots is something like that.
like a long tracking shot.
Yeah,
That could be fun.
and then the cut to bro running down the alley. I think the head-on shot would work, but also the 45 off the street would work. But I don't think the off the street would really work because we would have to stop traffic. But
Well, I mean, you know, just in a car, just when you're next to the car, start running. Boom, done. Like even if it's a busy day, you know, you just have your actors standing on the corner. You know, you come around the corner with your car. You know,
well, yeah, but
roll the
like
camera.
it's just you know then you have to deal with like pedestrians and people that don't want to be on film and shit like that.
Well, I mean, I feel like something like that would be fast enough to where it's kind of unrecognizable to people that you aren't focusing on.
Yeah.
Especially in something that's that fast paced as a chase scene. You know, you're not like, oh, is that fucking Barbara from down the street? You know,
Is that fucking Barbara?
you're like, where the fuck is this guy running to? You know, who are these people chasing him? You're not gonna worry about the random ass people. I've always thought about that kind of shit, and like, you know, those big New York City scenes where it's like they're crossing into the fucking
yeah.
what's it called, Times Square, and there's like 9,000 people. I'm like, how do they get
They
all these people?
usually either do it without anybody knowing or they'll do it with people knowing, but then they'll also like block off like roadways and shit and have like extras also be in the crowd.
Okay, just kind of pump it with extras, and then you know
Yeah.
the likelihood of some random person and being in there is kind of low. That's not really focused on.
Yeah.
I guess that kind of makes sense, you know.
But um
But yeah, there's definitely a
but yeah.
couple roadblocks there to figure out.
I think the coolest shot to get
Excuse
will
me.
probably be the head-on shot when he's running towards the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the cut like right after the running down the storefronts and shit. But I'm gonna have him stop and like do like and then dart down the alley.
Right.
Either I might have him do that, or I might have him just turn and run down the alley.
Very interesting.
But I don't know.
Were you thinking of like filming? You thinking like a big city chase scene, or are you thinking like, you know, kind of suburbs kind of vibe for the chase scene?
Something like downtown Greenwood.
That's what I had in mind when I was thinking about it.
I mean, it would be the easiest location to do it in.
There's just like bigger alleyways you can get cars in easily.
Yeah.
You can, you know.
But
they're
I mean,
pretty-
like, there's not gonna be really any cars down the alleyways. It's just gonna
right.
be,
That's what I was about to say. It's pretty dead, but I'm like
Yeah.
back alleys and shit.
But,
Definitely,
yeah.
something there. You know, could be.
The hardships
gonna
of
be
being an indie filmmaker is not having the ability to ask people to do stuff and, them actually being willing to do it for some random person that they don't know.
Yeah, I totally get that. Like, the biggest blessing for me and Kyle, you know, making short films when we were younger, was having his grandparents' house next door, but the grandparents didn't live there, so it was just kind of, you know, like a whole other empty house that we could, you know,
Yeah.
set up however we wanted to shoot whatever the fuck we wanted.
But like
Just get you another apartment and just
there
make it a
was
set.
when we shot Spiff Diff and Kush, I asked the cops if we could have like if there was like any, like, I asked them about using like a Parks parking lot,
Yeah.
like a Greenwood Parks parking lot,
Uh-huh.
but they said no, and I was like, bruh, it's literally a parking lot that nobody really ever goes to.
Right.
And again, like, I feel like shit like that was when you get notoriety is a lot easier to do.
Yeah, definitely just kind of you get in with whoever and then you're like, oh, fuck it, we block this street off for 35 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, fuck, we'll block down. Fucking cut off the traffic to 8th, Johnny. Fucking cut it off. And you're like, all right, what the fuck? The fuck is going on 8th?
I feel like if I feel like when I become something, or well, I am becoming something. I'm a human, but
You are something.
when I become like more well known and like
Mm-hmm.
I start making like money for films and shit, I feel like like I'm gonna come to Greenwood and I'm gonna be like, hey, can we use this location? They're gonna be like, yeah, sure, why not?
Be like, well,
I'm gonna ask them if we can use the same parking lot.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Look how
Like,
the
bruh.
turns have tabled, motherfuckers. That'd be fried.
Also, like, there's so much shit changing in downtown Greenwood. It's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the street isn't even the same. Like the actual street itself
Yeah.
isn't the same in downtown Greenwood anymore.
Did you see what they put on Emerson?
Well, that narrows it
At
down.
the,
There's fucking like 9,000 shits on Emerson.
They put something new on Emerson down by it was on the corner of Emerson and Main when you turn going towards
Emerson and
work.
Main.
You're going towards work. You're going down Main Street. You turn down Emerson going towards work.
Right, like where the it's like a Wendy's and the Waffle House and the Starbucks right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they put something like right in the median. I think it's like a speed camera, but I don't know. They put a fucking something in the
I don't fucking know.
median. It's
I
weird.
barely ever go that way. I couldn't even tell you.
I go that way all the time for work, but
Well, yeah, you know. I couldn't tell you the last time I was on Main Street past Greenwood, honestly. Like, downtown
Yeah.
Greenwood.
it's crazy.
The times are a changing. Back in my day, the axe throwing bar was a pool hall. You remember the Blind Pig?
Yeah.
Bruh, with the fucking mirrored windows? Dude.
I never went in there because I was underage.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I remember it.
I literally turned 21 and they changed it to an axe throwing bar, and I was like, I'm so pissed. I lived my whole childhood just fucking wondering what's going on in that building. Just fucking clueless, you know? You couldn't fucking see into his fucking mirrored storefront, and you're like, wow, there must be all sorts of fucking crazy shit going on in there. Little did I know it was just some dude getting drunk, just fucking rack 'em up. Fucking playing pool for 12 hours.
It was the Blind Pig, and then it changed to something else, and then it went to the axe throwing bar.
It was like
It was like a brewery for a hot minute.
I think it was the Blind Pig, and then it closed down for a while. Like there wasn't anything there, I don't think. But actually, I don't know. Like all through COVID, I don't even remember what the fuck.
Nah,
was
because
there.
I remember driving down that way.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing like a bunch of like big ass brewing, like metal cylinder, whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Huh.
It was like a brewing bar. Like they would brew their own. Like it was like Planetary where they brew their own.
Yeah.
Or not Planetary, like
Smocktown.
Smocktown where they brew their own. But it was like giant vats of just brewing alcohol and shit for a hot minute, and then that closed down, and then it turned into an axe throwing. This is what I remember, but I could be wrong.
I would say I couldn't tell you, but I remember it was the Blind Pig forever, and then it closed down, and I was like, I'll never even know what was.
You know what's crazy?
On the other side of those.
Between the Buns closed.
Yeah, it closed pretty quick. It hopped around for a good while, and then it just kind of.
That shit was fired.
Died out. Yeah, nobody wants to pay $12 for a burger, I guess. But now you go to fucking Applebee's and pay $14 for a fucking burger with 6 fries.
Yeah.
But
fucking
I feel like
world's changing.
I say mom and pop food places are kind of dying out, you know. I feel like the mom and pop shit gets mostly made back in breweries and shit, like, Smocktown and Planetary and all that kind of shit.
That leads to the conversation that we were gonna have. About about people fucking each other over for the fun of it.
I thought you was about to say people fucking each other, and I was like, this is not that kind of podcast, T. We are. This is not Birds and the Bees.
What
podcast.
is it called?
Capitalism.
Yeah,
The
capitalism.
man got you down, T.
Yeah.
Tell us, who got you down?
Life.
The man.
Like, tell me why you gonna tell me why when I look for a job, you're gonna ask me to have experience in that job for at least a year, but then you're not gonna give me the chance to get that job because I don't have experience.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. And that's literally like every job listing.
I say whenever you find a job, you gotta have 6 years of experience. This is starting position. You need 7 years experience.
Or like
how the fuck I got experience?
I
if
was
it's a
I was
starting
looking at a
position?
I was looking at a job earlier, and it was like a cook job, and it asked me for my associate's degree
for
for a
what?
cook job.
Bitch, what? I don't
Like,
You telling
what?
me I need a college education to grill a burger? What the fuck?
Yeah,
That's
it's so
retarded.
dumb. I feel like businesses are just, turning into. I feel like humans are turning into mindless robots at this point. We're all just fucking. Oh, gotta go to work.
Pay
Oh.
the bills.
Gotta pay the bills. Oh, gotta go home and sleep. Oh, gotta get up and work
Get
again.
the new iPhone.
Like,
Can
we just all fucking, snap out of it and be human beings to each other instead of just being like, oh, well, I can replace you in 2 seconds.
The world needs another plague.
It's just irritating. Like,
There's too many people. I feel like people have become instead of a commodity or something useful to the group, people have just kind of become fucking expendable, I suppose, to a certain degree.
Like, it just is irritating. Like, we're just treating each other like shit just to,
Just so somebody on top can make more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At a point, you got to realize, like, treating people under you like shit is not going to get you any more money than it already has.
It seems to be working for some people, I guess, but at whose expense?
Exactly.
The common man.
Like, if I ever own my own company, I'm going to treat my employees like human beings and not like goddamn sheep. It's like slavery all over again.
Well,
except for we're getting paid and not beaten instead.
That seems pretty good compared to slavery.
I mean, you get mentally beaten.
Damn.
Would you rather be mentally beaten or physically beaten? Would you rather get called a loser and a useless person, or would you rather just get whipped and treated like shit?
I mean,
I'd rather get whipped.
We know what TT's kink is.
Personally, I'd rather get whipped.
I don't know if I agree with you there.
Physical pain is a lot easier to heal than mental pain.
I feel like there's also a degree of mental pain that comes with the physical pain,
True that.
The whole, why me? Why are they doing this to me? We just humans together, man. All that.
Why can't we just, come together as a world and be like, all right, well, we're all human beings. Let's not treat each other like shit. And let's all be respectful of each other. But,
If only it was
everybody's too busy fucking
doing what?
Oh my God, Becky got her got a BBL. Let me get one. Oh my God, Becky got a lip injection. Let me get one. Oh my God, these people are making so much money because they're making thirst traps. I'm gonna do it. It's just social media fucked us.
I will agree with you there.
Like, why are humans should never have the ability to know what another human being is doing across the world.
I heard somebody say this one time, and I was like, damn, that's the answer right there. Not everybody should be heard. I feel like once the internet came out, and then you're like, you realize how fucking retarded the common person is, and you're like, well, we're all just as retarded, so what does it matter, you know? And then come to find out, some people aren't retarded.
Or they're all too busy trying to take pictures of something that happened to somebody else because like there's this, I don't know what it is, but there's this guy that makes like these like 60s types of cartoons,
Uh-huh.
or maybe like 40s, like really old
Whatever, yeah.
cartoons, like the ones with the where all the characters like don't have bones and shit.
Yeah.
Like they all got like wavy arms and shit. And he makes these cartoons, but they're based on like what's happening now. And he has a cartoon of a kid who's just like growing up, and he doesn't have a phone, so he's just doing things like in nature, being
Right.
a human being. And everybody around him is just too obsessed with their phone. And
Mhm.
when anything happens to anybody else, they all just like take pictures and videos of that person instead of trying to help that person.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's crazy.
No, I feel like this is gonna sound a little conspiracy theory, but after 9/11, the 24-hour news cycle was invented. You know,
Yeah.
before 9/11, you had the 9 o'clock news, you had the fucking 7 o'clock news at night. You know, and then 9/11 happened, and now everybody's like, fucking blah 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 in China. This minuscule thing that'll fucking lead to no change in your life whatsoever is ruining your entire life. You know,
Like COVID.
it's I feel like COVID was kind of it's nice for us to all know about it, but I feel like it was definitely kind of blown out of proportion a little bit. But they kind of I feel like uh nowadays the divide is more rich versus poor, in my opinion. You know, the rich kind of use the media in a way to split the poor against itself.
Yeah.
Nobody can realize Jesus Christ, nobody realizes that it's the top 5% controlling the other 95%.
And it's always, oh, what's bad that's happening instead of what's good that's happening.
Right.
Like-
there's studies that have proven that like the human psyche just naturally gravitates to negative shit more.
Like why
I don't know why it is, but
why the fuck are we making each other out to be so bad? Like Democratic people and Republican people, like we fucking hate each other and we're going to war. And like in reality, most people are in the center.
right.
But
I
we're
see.
all just seeing on the news about Republicans and Democrats, and then the people that are like slightly a little bit more Democrat and people that are slightly a little bit more Republic are like trying to kill each other. And it's like, bro, you're the same person. You're just
Right.
slightly more one side than the other.
Right. It's kind of like a like a hill, I feel like most people are on the top of the hill, but all the shit that you see is all the people on like the absolutes
Yeah.
on the bottom of both hills. And then people that, are on this side of the hill, they see the negative shit about the people on this side and they just kind of slide further down and,
Yeah.
just kind of divides the shit
It's
even
just-
more when it's
It's like,
in all reality, we all got to pay our bills, we all
Yeah.
got to fucking have a job. We all got to contribute to society in some way.
yeah, but like,
It'd be much easier if we all could get along and do it.
yeah, especially like companies. Like, why the fuck is Jeff Bezos making billions of dollars and you're only paying people just enough to live?
Yeah, I agree with you there. It seems like
You got billions, bro. You literally went to space and you're paying people 15 an hour.
right. There's definitely he didn't become a billionaire because he was a good donator or whatever. But
Well, I know that, but like, you have to realize at one point in your life that, you having all this money is not going to do anything for you in the long run. You're going to
Right.
die and all the money is just going to go back into the system.
right, like honestly, what's the difference between 1 and 2 billion? Obviously a billion. I know that much, but
Yeah.
like in quality of life, what can you not buy with $1 billion? There's really nothing out there that you cannot
Like,
obtain with that kind of money.
personally, I would, like, at the beginning of my life or my career and whatever I want to do, if I make a bunch of money, I'm going to keep it to myself. But once I hit a certain threshold, I'm going to be like, all right, I don't need all this fucking money.
Right, I'm about to say, like,
And I'm going to start, like, sharing with people that, like, I care about and, like, family and friends and shit like that.
right, you know.
I mean, I won't go out and be like, all right, here's $100,000
Right,
just
you
to some
fucking,
random person.
let
But
me give you $2 million mansion, mom, so, you know, fucking sit up in the hills, you know, fucking, hey.
but I'm
Give
not
mom
gonna
a double chain just cause.
I'm not gonna like walk up to some random guy named Jim that's fucking in his car in the middle of a stoplight and be like, all right, here's $100,000.
Right. But,
But
you know,
I'm
you
still gonna
definitely, you got to take care of the people that, you know, work with you and for you and all that
Yeah.
kind of shit, I feel like.
and it's just I don't understand why we as society are allowing people to get this much money. There's no reason somebody should have $1 billion.
I agree with you, but on the other hand, I feel like if you have the drive to make $1 billion, then I don't feel like there should be somebody that being like, you know, all right, buddy, you can have $999 million, but you can't make that at 100,000.
Well, I'm not talking about like that. I'm talking about like nobody should just have $1 billion just to have. Like not stopping them at 999
Right,
and $9,999,999.
right.
Like stopping them a little bit further down, maybe like 500 million,
I'm gonna
if
say,
that.
I'm gonna say, I feel like, you know, this kind of conversation is where shit like this gets tricky, you know, because, you know, what is the threshold, you know, how there, I
Or
feel like
instead of a threshold, motherfucking rich people should start paying their taxes instead of fucking skipping it, being like, oh, well, nothing's gonna happen to me because I can pay them off.
well, I mean, when you're friends with the politicians and the congressmen and the people that pass the tax bills and shit, and they're like, oh, well, fuck, you know, Johnny works at fucking, he's the owner of this company. Oh, well, let's make a law where this company gets a tax break and they don't have to pay taxes. And you're like, well, fuck,
Well, you
just
know,
made
just
$4 million more. Ball out.
fucking make everyone pay taxes.
No, I totally agree with you. Like the system is broken as a whole at this point. I feel like there's kind of no clean cut decision that everybody's going to be happy with, you know. So I feel like people are kind of just riding the boat at this point.
Like, how much is $1 billion in taxes? Like, how much do you have to pay if you have $1 billion in taxes?
Let's see. Let's do a quick Google. How much does the average billionaire pay in taxes? I know some of that's spelled incorrectly, but it's okay.
Also, a lot of rich people don't pay taxes because they either have it in bonds or they have it in a different account in a different country.
Oh, excuse
So
me.
it can't be taxed by,
Like overseas accounts and shit.
Yeah.
What percent? Oh Jesus, I can't read that far. What percent taxes does a billionaire pay? There's usually like a little, you know, pink, you know, type thing. I guess the world may never know. And I'm so confused. According to 2021, the White House study, the wealthiest 400 billionaire families in the U.S. paid on average a federal tax of just 8% for their comparison to the average taxpayer has paid the same. Okay, so they pay about the same in taxes. About 8.2% annually.
I said the average paid like 13. What'd you?
Oh,
average
yeah, the
American
average American
taxpayer.
taxpayer in the same year paid 13%. Oh, damn, so they pay less in taxes, looks like. So, yeah, I totally agree with you there. I feel like, they at least should be paying the same. If not, kind of like a wealth tax or something like that. Imagine what all that money back into the government could do. Pay
Well,
fucking Congress people even more money or some dumb shit, probably. See, that's the problem. The government does all this cutbacks and all this fucking dumb shit, but the money never gets allocated to the correct program. It always gets fucking put into some congressperson's pocket or some fucking NGO or some fucking dumb, uh, what's it called?
it's called insider trading.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, but the fucking,
Bribes,
uh,
payoffs,
the groups that are like, oh yeah, we should do this, blah, blah,
non for
blah.
profits.
Or, damn.
How does a non for profit make profit? That makes no fucking sense.
Well, the the point of a nonprofit, so a nonprofit obviously makes profit. Uh, so the idea of a nonprofit is that all of the money just goes back into the corporation so that it can continue to operate.
But how are they making a profit if that's all? If all their money's going back into the
Well, it's paying light bills, electricity, plumbing, shit for the establishment, and then if it's like a nonprofit that's a food bank or whatever, it uses some of the money to stock the food bank. It uses some of the money to pay, two people to work at the food bank or whatever. But outside of that, the company is not building itself. Like you're not going to come back in 2 weeks and the food bank is in a new, bigger building. It's not going to now have 4 employees or something. It's just going to kind of flatline.
I'm gonna look this up.
Eventually, will the money exceed the amount needed to keep the business open and running? Yes. Where does that money go? Couldn't tell you. I don't own a nonprofit. Ding 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 ring ding 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 ding. What are you looking up? Hell
I'm
yeah.
looking up how many non for profits make profit.
Well, while you're doing a little Googling, I'm going to do a little Googling of my own. How many non... In 2023, over 1 million nonprofits in the United States reported receiving less than $50,000 in revenue. The majority of the nonprofits are small organizations. So yeah.
Hospitals? That's a fucking lie.
Well, not it doesn't say all hospitals. Some hospitals are nonprofits. But yeah, most hospitals
Will
they
fuck
about
you
that
over.
they about that money.
Hospitals are a scam.
I agree with you. We didn't got to get in all that. We've been yapping for 40 minutes already, and we didn't even touch the film of the album of the week. So, with that being said, we ain't got to talk about the hospitals and all that shit because I will be here all night. So
We should just make a whole episode
we'll leave that for next week.
we should make like a whole day episode where we just talk about conspiracies and shit like that.
Dude, okay, we got to make Jay's sideshow and then we can do that. Cuz I feel like that would be a good little subsidiary kind of thing. But anyways, what you want to talk about first, the film or the album?
Let's go with the album.
TBH, not even sure if this is the correct title of the album, but it's called Punk Tactics. It's by a duo that I found recently. Since I am trying to write a rap album, I've been kind of diving into all sorts of different genres of uh, hip hop and rap and shit. And okay, Punk Tactics by uh, Joey Valence and Bray. It's this group or duo rather, um, and the album is called Punk Tactics. Got it right. So I found this group or duo, whatever you want to call it, and they have like a very like kind of
90s.
Brooklyn kind of '90s boom bap type, melodically and in within the beats and shit, very boom bap heavy. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Never even heard of these guys. And so I was like, well, let's look back into their discography and found out that this album was made in 2023. And I was like, what the fuck? How did they, they literally like, was fucking going through the Rolodex of time and just fucking and put it in their little pocket. I said, how the fuck did y'all get all the right sounds, all the right, they're making like 2023 references and shit, but it's like, the I don't even know how to do it. I'm not a rapper. Obviously, we've been over this many a times. But with trying to find, just like new kind of shit to listen to, try and draw some inspiration from. I was like, this is a fucking solid ass album. Solid ass songs.
I'm surprised you found out about him.
Do you already know about him?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, fuck me.
The first song I've heard from them is
Into the mic there, babe.
it was part of the No Hands album, 2024 album, I believe.
So I really couldn't tell you much outside of this album that they've
Doughboy.
done. Doughboy. Never even heard it.
And now for something completely different. Go get the money, go get the money, go get the money, get the money, go.
This TT on the way to work just like that. But yeah, I really enjoy their, just fuck, just fucking, I don't know why, but that style of rap, I'm like, yes, this is fucking what hip hop is, like when I think of rap and hip hop, I think, like Tribe Called Quest, fucking, Wu-Tang, fucking the old roots, fucking Black Thought, all this fucking
I got a question for
New
you.
York kind of rap. I got an answer for you.
With you making this album,
Right.
what type of hip hop are you going for?
I'm
Are
going
you going for like Tyler the Creator type
everything.
stuff, or like
I'm going
Kendrick
for
Lamar,
everything.
or like Drake?
I got some Kendrick inspiration, or hold on, back it up. I got some Tyler inspiration in there, obviously. Come on. I got some Lil Wayne inspiration in there. I got some like trap fucking shit in there. So like 21 Savage kind of shit. I got some fucking super melodic shit, like some fucking Juice WRLD shit or something like that. I got fucking like something real chill, like fucking like some piano with just like some drums on it. I got a little bit of everything. Kind of like, just my music in general. I don't really have a lane, I guess. But
Got any Kendrick in there?
I haven't really messed with anything Kendrick-esque kind of.
I got
I
it.
feel like-
Just make another diss about Drake. There you go.
Boom.
Kendrick.
It's just me just calling Drake a pedophile for 2.5 minutes. But yeah, lyrically, I have nothing.
Are you going for like old school Tyler or like new school? Like, are you going for like Cherry Bomb or like more like a
I'm going more-
Chromacopia.
I'm going more Igor.
Igor?
In your face, like I'm gonna say some shit, but it's just gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool, you know. It's more Tyler and the video idea I have than the song, but the song is very Yonkers meets uh um like Yonkers meets Who Dat Boy. Yeah, that's the song I'm thinking. Okay.
Are you putting disses in there?
To who?
Just some like
who my ops are? I ain't got no fucking ops.
I don't know.
Fuck that nigga T sitting on the podcast like let's put fucking cricket noises in there. But no, I ain't got no problem with nobody. I don't give a fuck. I just fucking make a whole diss track about the motherfuckers at Zaxby's. Just every song is somebody's name. Just figure out who actually listens to my music.
No, just like
Russell gonna come to work and be like, that
oh.
was fucked up. Nobody else is gonna know. He's like, wow, okay. That's how you feel.
Nah, you should do that, but put their names onto different tracks that aren't theirs. So just to see if
Or
they
make it like
realize.
one of those problems where you gotta fucking unscramble the letters. you know?
Yeah.
It's all the right letters, but they're in the wrong order, so they're like, what the fuck? Hold on. That'd be fried as fuck. That would actually be hilarious.
I mean, I feel like there's some people you could diss.
I mean, you know, I
Like
could figure
like
it
not
out.
like call them out, but just like throw some shade at them
I could definitely say something, but you know, what's the point? I guess.
for fun.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Just start a whole fucking rap beef with some random ass person. Just scroll through Instagram and find some random person.
Start
that's
a rap
rapper.
beef. Start a rap beef with Drake.
Right. Like that's gonna work.
He's making music.
Oh, from work?
Yeah.
not
not Drake.
I thought you meant like
Not Drake.
talking about Drake. Drake.
That's your old rap beef on him. It's just that.
Fried.
He'd probably be like, I don't understand this. And me and you are like, whoa.
Well, it was funny for me, so just don't worry about it, I guess. But anyways, so Punk Tactics, very 90s-esque. The rap group, I would say, is more, they have a 90s, very heavy 90s influence. And I thought it was really interesting that people are still making, you know, boom bap kind of shit in the
Yeah.
2020s.
I
That's
think
weird to say.
I think humanity is getting back on track with a lot of stuff. Like we're talking shit about
You tell 'em.
politics and stuff, but I feel like humans in general are just getting back towards, you know, like the early 2000s where like nobody really fucking cared. And
I was
shit
I
like
feel
that.
like I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were talking about how they have younger kids now, and his kid asked him for a flip phone, like he wanted the old shit, like he didn't want a fucking iPhone anymore. He wanted to play on like the Nintendo 64, and he
Yeah.
wanted a flip phone, and like he was just saying in his experience, like the technology that the kids wanting is kind of regressing. They don't want all of this extra shit. The Sam home or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was really interesting. I was like, well, kids these days don't really want all the technology, and you kind of see it with people with like the QR codes and shit at restaurants when they got to scan it for the menu. And I'm like, can I just get a fucking, you know,
Menu.
just open the fucking menu? Can I read the
Yeah.
fucking thing? You know.
I feel like our generation is very in the middle of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's some people in our generation who are like, oh my God, technology's amazing. And then some of us are just like, can we just go back to the old times when,
back when life was good.
back when life was simple?
When I had to call a landline from another landline.
Yeah. Or I had to
when
walk
said,
to school.
Operator, bring up Johnny.
Just, I feel like I might think this, but I think life was simpler back in the day. But that might just be because I was a kid.
I'm gonna say yeah, but I honestly wonder, how much life was simpler, or if life was simpler back then compared to now. But when we were kids, there's the whole fucking '08 recession, the fucking .com bubble crash,
Yeah.
the fucking 9/11, fucking
How many?
the,
I wonder how many kids.
all sorts of shit was going on when we were little.
So I was talking to some of the closers about being old, and Josiah was like, "You ain't even that old. You're like 22." And I said, "Yeah, but do you remember the green box?" And he said, "No." And he said, "What's the green box?" And I said, "You had to be there.
The green box. I'm so confused.
The electrical box, the green box.
They still got those. What do you mean?
Ain't no motherfucker touch them.
Oh, ain't nobody.
Not no more.
When that was
Back in my day, we sat on that motherfucker to get to our cousin's house."
How you sit on a box that ain't fucking going nowhere to get to your cousin's house? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm so confused.
We had to sit on that to let our friends know where we were, basically.
I'm so confused.
You know how you've never had that happen to you? Where you're like, all right, let's meet at the green box.
Oh no, nigga! I just went to my friend's house. I just
Bruh.
fucking knocked on the door, bro. Y'all fucking weird. I just fucking, hey Johnny, what's going on? For
Well, sometimes you couldn't knock on the door because
Little-
they were like arguing or something. So
Timmy
you
home
just
or
had to
something?
wait on the green box.
Well, I didn't give a fuck. I said, yo, Shalissa, can she come out and play? Nah. Okay. Fucking 2 doors down for Tommy. Come on, boy. My mom said I can't. I'm grounded. Fuck me. Just fucking swing on the fucking swing by myself. Go to Sandcastle for the 95th time this fucking week.
But yeah, I thought it was funny that they didn't know what the green box was.
It was a prime hangout location once you're with your friends, but I ain't never met up at the Green Box.
I did both. I met up at the green box and hung out at the green box.
Nah. Hangout spot for sure. Smoke a beezy back in my younger but older days.
Nah, they didn't grow. Motherfuckers nowadays didn't grow up if they didn't have a goddamn ant that would whistle so loud you could hear it at the park.
If you can't dial a landline, I don't want to be your friend, buddy.
If you
Oh,
can't
damn.
dial a rotary phone, I don't want to be your friend.
I just noticed these were backwards. Fuck me.
Well, all right. Well, Jalen is fixing that. The film of the week is Ted.
Yeah, so what the fuck made you pick Ted?
I was scrolling on Netflix and I was like, I can't find anything. And Jalen asked for a film, and I said, all right, Ted.
He said, well, newly added to Netflix this week. Ted. Well, fuck me. That works, I guess. Had you ever seen it before it got to Netflix?
No.
So, what were your thoughts? What you
It wasn't like as funny as people made it out to be.
Fair enough. I can kind of understand. I didn't realize how old it was, too. It's from 2012. That's fucking 13 years ago. That's ridiculous.
I mean, it was somewhat funny, but then like it wasn't as funny as people like made it out to be. Like
It
I
was
remember
very
in 2012,
2000.
motherfuckers being like, "You should go watch Ted. It's so funny, man."
I'm gonna say the comedy has definitely evolved in the past few years, like cinematically. I feel like, but I feel like Ted is like the perfect example of what a comedy should be. It's just an hour and a half of just fucking dumb shit happening.
Nah, you know when you want to watch something fucking hilarious, watch Resident Alien.
I've seen
That
like
shit is so funny.
I've seen clips of it on YouTube
So
and
funny.
shit, but I've never actually watched it.
The actor who plays the alien character is so good at his job. It's hilarious.
Oh jeez, why we got caps lock on? I want to see what his name is. This guy?
Yeah.
Also, I can't read very far. Yeah, I'll
so
let you
funny.
take a swing at that one.
Alan Alan Tudyk.
Sounds good to me. American actor. He's from America.
You should type in funny clips from Resident Alien.
I can't put it in the podcast. I'm just gonna sit here for a minute and a half. Just.
Well, we ain't gotta watch the whole thing. I just want you to see some of the funny clips from it.
I know I've seen clips. I just said. Just said that. I've seen clips of it on like YouTube Shorts.
It's so funny.
TikTok and shit.
The way that motherfucker stands too, as he's playing the alien, is hilarious.
I'll definitely have to check it out.
You gotta
I've
watch
never-
it. You're gonna be
I'll
like,
Is it a TV show or is it a movie?
it's a show on Netflix. I think they just came out with the new season. That's why it popped up on my radar on Netflix. I was like, oh, I'll check it out.
I can't believe I fucking forgot. There
It's
was
pretty funny,
There
though.
was one joke in Ted that I wanted to fucking bring up for the podcast because it was just a banger. I fucking forgot what it was. God damn it.
The retarded joke when they bring Ted back to life.
Oh yeah. Yeah. When you want me forever, Noble. That's. Oh, bro. Oh, yes, exactly. Holy fuck. Oh, that's good. I'm sorry. They don't take fucking swings like that in movies anymore. And that's what's missing in a good comedy, man.
You know,
Just a fucking, hold on. Let me just fucking all your fucking berries into that bitch. Oh, dude. When he's sitting on the table. You put all the stuff in my game this time, but is it right? Oh, I'm just fucking with you. I'm good.
there's
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it's good. I'm sorry. What was you gonna say?
so dumb.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn. I didn't realize. Oh. God damn. Got my ass. Oh, fuck. I didn't realize we've been going for this long. Okay.
Going out here dying.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that part. And 100%.
What kept getting me was his fucking eyes. Because they were like, let's put pupils in, but then at the same time, it was like, no, let's not. And then,
Right.
So, like, his fucking pupils were like 10 times bigger than his eyes. And it was just fucking weird looking.
But just in case, just for funsies, I guess. Did that work this time? Can you hear it? I don't know.
No.
We'll figure it out.
Do you want any toppings?
Yeah, can I just have the colored sprinkles?
This shit had me
Yeah.
fucked.
Oh. wait. Oh.
He said, "Oh, why'd you grab those ones, guy?" All right, we only got 4 in total today, so. Whew, I'm sorry. Oh, I can't think about this.
You didn't put the
on the
potato guy.
dock of the bay, watching the tide.
This is how unbothered I'm trying to be. Just completely unbothered. Waiting for a fucking Mai Tai. This couldn't be. Not a thought in the world. Which potato one? What do you mean?
Fucking lightning.
What'd you
lucky.
say?
There's a guy that I keep sending you, and you keep not putting him on the.
The gaming clip guy.
Yeah,
I thought about it, but I was like, I don't know.
he's fucking hilarious, bro.
Black,
First of all, we gonna
White.
start this one.
Gray.
We can start this one.
brown, black, white, gray, cyan, cyan. Come on, man. Ow. 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 Purple.
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 It's me playing with lightning. All right, last one. Here we go.
I fucking saw that one. I was like, oh, God.
The yield stick up. The yield stick up. Put all your doubloons in the bag and nobody gets sight. Oh no, why are we? Oh no, I don't know what happened. Start streaming. I didn't even know we could start streaming. Well, fuck me. The more you know. All right. I want to say thank you one more time for watching the Two Tone Podcast. If you enjoy, please hit that subscribe button. It's a free way to show us you appreciate what we got going on here. You can check out all of our links down below. I was gonna promote the roast battle, but Evan already got his ass beat by the time you see this come out. So, if he didn't get his ass beat, that's gonna be embarrassing for anybody that watches the last 2 minutes of the podcast. But according to the analytics, that is nobody. So, say whatever you want, T. The people aren't even here anymore.
Big booty bitches.
Hey, hit subscribe. Hey, hit subscribe. Hey, hit subscribe. Hey, hit subscribe. Please.